Hi, Professor Morales. My name is Tracy Baker. It's nice to finally meet you. I'm glad that we're doing a video because I think it's really important when you're learning something to be able to talk about it. And I think that it really shows a lot of um, growth and intelligence when you can really discuss something with someone. So I like this opportunity and I appreciate it. I've always actually have had my own business. It was called Massage Advantage back in 2008. And it was after I worked for a chiropractor, so I really enjoyed the treatment aspect of massage. So I started my own business. I ended up not expanding on that, and I closed it after a few years because I had my daughter and other things happened in the economy that really affected it. So the demand wasn't there anymore for massage business because people were not spending as much on extra specialist services like massage therapy. So me having my own business at the time when the market crashed was not the best idea. So I went back to work, retail, which was really in high demand back then, um, which I think always stands to be the test of time, no matter what the economy is like. But my business model, anyway, I digress, but my business model is to have a company that does not only massage therapy, but physical therapy as well. And I'd like to have a few massage therapists, a few physical therapists, and a few PTA, physical therapist aides working there. And a good comparative advantage that we'll have in our business model is we're going to offer a few services that aren't normally offered with physical therapy or massage, that aren't as common and kind of more specialty. So they're a commodity. And that would be cupping, which you see more and more these days, but isn't as prevalent. But I like to do cupping and also something called the Graston technique, which helps with muscle adhesions, and also blood restriction flow exercises. And I think that with those, and then of course the massage therapy and physical therapy and exercise programs as well that we would offer. So that gives us a huge comparative advantage. I also think that we'll be able to offer price matching guarantees. So that is also a huge thing for people, especially when you walk into a store and you can see price match. Really makes me feel good about the place you're going, even if they have a superior product, which we will have at Massage and Physical Therapy Advantage. But, you'll find the quality there, but you'll also have the good price as well. And then you asked us to share some of the factors that would affect supply and demand for our business model and the product line. Obviously, right now, you see prices going up everywhere with inflation. And you are also hearing a little bit about the shrinkflation, where they're putting less in their product and offering at the same price, which is kind of a tricky way of doing it. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. But the supply and demand in our business model will affect us in a way that, even just the human capital portion of it, you don't find as many credentialed professionals like physical therapists with a higher degree. You don't see as many in getting their licenses these days. They're in higher demand. Employers are hiring, but there aren't as many credentialed employees. And I think that we discussed that a few weeks ago in our scarcity and demand assignment as well. Anyway, that'll certainly affect hiring quality people who would give the kind of service that I would want in my business in terms of continuity of care. But also, you want to hire people fresh out of college because they're hungry and they want to work and they're cheap, labor-wise. But you want to have someone who's veteran, who's seasoned, who can see people and really give them the quality of care that you want to give with your business model. So that would be a factor, a huge factor, I think, in our business model. More or less with the supplies, I know that they'll cost more, but I don't see a problem getting tables, exercise equipment, massage oils, laundry service. I really don't see that as being a problem. Cost-wise, yeah, there'll be a lot of overhead because you do have a lot of equipment with that kind of business model. You have, the linen service alone, and keeping your product sanitized is, especially in this day and age with COVID and everything, you really have to stay on top of that kind of thing. You have to offer a high quality product for your customers. So let's see here. You also asked us to list some of the economic resources we would need. Obviously, we need to think about space, renting the space. We have to have a good, excuse me, good location. I think that's huge with massage therapy. You need to find a good demographic that can, and not to sound insensitive, but that can afford the kind of specialty services you want. So if you look at a place like, I don't know, South Downtown Seattle versus maybe Redmond or Bellevue, you probably would get a different kind of clientele, and maybe more high-end people who would be looking for specialty healthcare services. So you need to really take that into consideration. So you're talking building, you're using natural found resources for economic resources, sorry. But you need to think about office furniture, tables, equipment, supplies, everything like that. You also asked us about economic indicators that would be most affecting our business and what we would want to watch for in running a small business. And obviously, things like inflation, you want to keep an eye on CPI in the stock market for interest rates and stuff like that. But also local policies are really important for small businesses. What do their taxes look like? What do their fiscal and monetary policies for local government look like? You need to take those into consideration, because you could be looking at fees that you have no idea coming down the road, or tax increases. You want to make sure that you're looking in the future, not just short term, especially when it comes to business leases. Sorry about the background noise. My dog is playing in the living room with me. Let's see. Access. Let's see. Your product, service, existing competitors. We already talked about comparative advantage. I really think that today, in this day and age, if you have something that no one else offers, is really the key, because you can just go about anywhere and find a massage or a physical therapist. So you could throw a rock and you could find one. But to find one that offers specialty services like the blood flow restriction therapy or the Graston technique or the cupping, things that you can really implement into your life that you may not have realized would be so helpful. Once people see that and they realize that we can offer that at a decent price or comparative price to other or to competitors, I think that they'll come back. Especially since our business is going to be personable and caring, and we're going to be aggressive. We're going to market. I'm a nice person, but I'm also competitive. So I'm going to be out there, door to door marketing myself as well. And that's a huge portion of something that you have to think about, not just demographics, but where are you marketing? Who are you marketing to? Who's your audience? Who do you want to bring in? Who do you want to see come through the door every day? But anyway, I have about 8 minutes on this video. I think I covered all the topics. I kind of hope I didn't feel like I was reading too much, but Mr. Morales, I really appreciate what you've taught us and what you've brought us through the past 8 weeks. I've really applied a lot of it to my own basic life and principles, so I appreciate the guidance. And I'll definitely take this in the future as a really good basis of knowledge for my healthcare administration future. So thank you.